Hey guys, welcome to Storytime at the Rubus / the What podcast. How are you doing, Russ?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
Not bad. I'm sitting here with Ricky the cat. You're sitting there with the PBR. You feeling pretty good?
I'm feeling great. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just about to go running, and usually like Wednesday or Thursday, I listen to you guys and catch up with what you're talking about on the What podcast. And I texted you, and you told me there's no episode this week. So I'm like, let's just make our own.
Yeah, that sounds good. None of our schedules worked out this weekend. Memorial Day, stuff going on. So we'll try to make a big episode for next week and get everybody on. We're going to get Brian Stone, who's camping with us, and get some of his takes and some of his picks. So we'll be back next week.
So this time of the year, you guys usually would be doing your Bonnery Roulette, but you can't really do that since you have to worry about copyright with consequence, right?
Yeah, that all kind of killed it, which sucked because it was probably one of the most popular features of the podcast, when we would just spin the wheel and land on an artist and then hit play and see what it sounds like, which is probably what a lot of people do when they first get the lineup and don't know anybody. They just roll the dice and see.
So I tell you what, let's play a quick game and kind of play our own version of that. So I'm going to randomly find a couple of artists that are on the poster, like in smaller font, and you tell me if you've heard of them or not.
Okay.
Do you feel like you've heard most of the artists at this point, listening to playlists and stuff?
No.
Okay, yeah, there's still a ton that I'm not like totally familiar with. All right, so I've got the lineup pulled up, or the poster. Tell me if you have listened to Leon of Athens. Wait, first of all, does that even sound like a real band to you?
Leon of Athens?
Yeah,
Athens, Georgia? Athens, Georgia, Athens, Tennessee, Athens, Greece.
There's an Athens, Alabama. It's just down the road from me. But it's Leon.
Like
He's in one of those Athens.
I don't know which Athens, and I don't know which Leon. I've never heard it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is give you homework. I'm going to give you two bands that I'm randomly picking from the smaller fonts, and I want you to listen, and I'll text with you, and you tell me if you liked it or not later.
Okay.
All right, here's another one.
Leon of Athens.
Yes. Here's another one. Comet, but with a 3 instead of an E.
No, is that EDM? That sounds like an EDM.
I honestly don't know. It could be a rapper. I really don't know. I haven't listened that deep.
Okay, we got Comet with a 3.
All right, you pull up the poster and you give me 2.
Let's see. Oops. Lineup. Let's go. Have you heard of Wax Owls?
Is that a real thing, or did you just make that up?
I swear it's a real thing. It's literally the last one on the poster on Sunday. Wax Owls.
I have not. I'm going to look that up.
Okay.
I'm partial to last lines of the lineup because Repeat was almost the last line the year that they played at the Bus for us. Sure.
I mean, this year's last line could be a headliner in 4, 5, 6 years. So you never know. So
Steven Sanchez is going to headline the What stage in about 5 or 6 years, is what you're saying.
Yeah, could be.
Okay, give me another one. I got to listen to Wax Owls. Give me one more.
This one says the 502s.
That sounds like it's a rockabilly band.
Could be. It's literally 502. I don't know if that's an area code.
Okay. Well, I will report back. I have Wax Owls and 502s. That probably is an area code.
502 that's Louisville, Kentucky, the area code there.
Oh. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I was just up there this past weekend. I have a great time.
You were. Maybe they're from Louisville.
Have you been to Louisville before?
I have, but it's been a long time.
It is a fun, party city. I went to a club after Forecastle on Saturday night. It was called Galaxy. Our friend Joe took us over there, and that place was nuts. I drank a liquid nitrogen alcohol smoothie.
That's not poisonous, is it? Liquid nitrogen?
Well, I'm still alive.
Hey,
I think it was liquid nitrogen. It reminded me of that one Parks and Rec episode where Ron Swanson said, "Son, there's no wrong way to consume alcohol."
That is true. That is true.
Okay, so I want to preview a little bit. You guys usually do your picks, like what you're going to be seeing the whole weekend. Can you give us a couple each day that you're looking forward to?
I have a few picks. I'll give you a couple highlights.
All right.
Thursday, I'm Blue the Tiger is high on my list. If you don't know
She's
her,
great. I saw her at Okeechobee, and she's one of the best live bass players I've ever seen.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Sons of Kemet, or Kemet, I'm not sure how you say it. They're 11 o'clock on that tent.
So somebody on InfoRoo today said that they are going to break up after the handful of shows they're playing this summer.
Possible. I learned that half of them were in, or at least one of them was in The Comet is Coming, which was an act from 2019.
Yep. Mitchell was telling us that.
Okay. Yeah.
Show if I can.
And of course, one of them is also recently collaborating with Tom York and another member from Radiohead right now.
Wait, is that on The Smile?
That is, yes. Mm-hmm. That's, I think, the drummer from Sons. I'm not sure, but there's a collaboration there.
I will check that out.
All right.
Let's go to Friday. Give me 2 for Friday.
Moving on to Friday. Well, obviously King Gizzard, but also Robert Plant. And Isaiah Rashad.
I don't know him very well. Like, what does he play?
Well, I don't really know him that well, but he's from Chattanooga, so I can't not go see him.
Yeah, you got to go to that. Okay. Yeah. Isaiah, that's on my to-do list also. How about Saturday? Give me 2 or 3 for Saturday, besides Tool.
Well, yeah, Tool's obvious. Churches, I'd never seen them before. I saw them at Shaky Knees and definitely looking back to seeing them again.
They're fun. We saw them when they played the What Stage back in 2017 or 18. Okay. They're a good live show. It's like kind of half and half EDM and pop band.
Yeah, okay. And Charlotte Sands, I think, was somebody, Pondo, I think, mentioned her, that she's playing the Who stage.
The Who now? The what now?
She's the Who stage.
The Who is playing Bonnaroo? Oh my God.
Yeah, the Who's playing, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, Charlotte Sands. She's got blue hair.
Good to know.
Yeah. You know how I feel about girls with blue hair, so
go. So are you going to go do a walk by of 100 gecs on Saturday?
That's another one I don't really know. What is that?
Oh my gosh, how have you not heard about this? Okay, so I gave a good description of this to a couple of people. Listening to 100 gecs is like listening to a kid scream at you over Xbox Live. And I wish I was exaggerating, but that's almost exactly what it sounds like.
So is this like performance art, or like is it just a troll? Is it like a troll band, or just?
I dare not even try to describe it any more than that. All I know is I'm too old to listen to it, but I'm going to go check it out if I can, just to see the anarchy for myself.
Okay, that sounds like a walk by to borrow a term from Barry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about Sunday? Give me a handful of Sunday.
Sunday for sure is All Them Witches, because we weren't sure if we were going to get all them witches, and now we have them. So
you said you said something that cracked me up. You were like, we might have gotten some of the witches.
Yeah, or none of them witches. We don't know.
We have all of the witches.
We have all of them. All of them are accounted for. They're going to be there. Pussifer, of course, another Maynard band.
Now, tell me that. Okay, I don't know these guys very well. I've listened to Tool a little bit. Pussifer, I haven't. I'll just be honest. How are they different? How is Pussifer different than Tool?
Sounds completely different. None of them are easy to describe, but when we were out there at Lindsay's last weekend, we had a playlist going, and this song came on, and everybody was like, "Who is that? What is that?" And then we looked it up, and it was like, "Oh, it's Pussifer." So, I don't know. I definitely want to see him though.
I think I heard 2 tracks, and it sounded a little bit more folky than like.
It is more folky. Yeah, it's not what you'd expect from the guy that sings in Tool in A Perfect Circle.
Okay, I want you to listen to some more. You got another one on Sunday for me?
Herbie Hancock.
Oh yeah. I think they're going to regret putting an act like that in a tent, because that's going to have a big crowd.
Yeah, a lot of these seem like, you're putting a lot of these in tents that maybe shouldn't be. Like,
they really should not have put King Gizzard in a tent. That is
no, not at all. And I think the other one was War on Drugs is playing a tent.
Wait, for real?
I think so.
I missed that. Last time they played the Witch Stage. I could have swore I saw that they're playing the Witch Stage this year.
Well, let me check.
Let's pull up the schedule right now. They're Saturday?
They're Friday.
Friday. I am still going to complain about how hard to navigate the schedule is in the browser.
You and Brad both.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to hate on it, but it makes it difficult. The app is so much
no.
better. Have you downloaded the app?
Yeah, I've got the app. Okay, they are on the Witch Stage, so.
Okay, I thought so. War on Drugs, 7:45 to 9. Ooh, that is going to be a beautiful sunset at the War on Drugs.
Yes, it is.
And they don't conflict with too much. They overlap with Bleachers. I do want to go see Bleachers. And then the Chicks.
They also, I think, overlap with the emo night that Ruham is doing.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the schedule, and I've got to put in a plug for somebody that Brooklyn has been big on. She loves Still Woozy. He's playing this tent from 9:30 to 10:30. He reminds me of early Glass Animals.
Yeah,
that like low-key chill vibe.
Pretty sure I saw Still Woozy maybe at Moon River one year.
Maybe you were remember. Still woozy at Moon River.
I was definitely still woozy at Moon River.
Yeah. So they did extend the King Gizzard set a little bit. We got one extra song.
Yeah, we got another 15 minutes, which
right. Yeah. Have you listened to that song, The Dripping Tap, that I told you about?
Mm-mm.
Go listen. Did they play The Dripping Tap when you saw them at Shaky Knees?
I'm not sure what they played.
What did it sound like to you?
It was just like face melting, and it was good, but by that point I was just kind of faded. And then what I thought was weird is they were up against Japanese Breakfast, and I was like, oh, I definitely want to. I'll take a break and I'll go over to see Japanese Breakfast. And then she was fine, but it's like, man, they really should have put her like early afternoon instead of like up against King Gizzard.
She I think it's they, by the way. Like I think they.
Oh, okay.
I've listened to a lot of it in playlists. Was this show better than the one that you guys went to when it was mostly sound checking?
Yeah, and that's part of why I wanted to see Japanese Breakfast again, because I was like, well, they just got like half of their time taken away for sound checks, so that's not really a fair concert.
I've got to go check them out. There's a couple of acts like that I've missed before. Like I missed Japanese Breakfast last time. I missed Tosh Sultana last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a couple of makeovers to do. All right, Taco, one other thing I wanted to talk with you about. So are you going to be camped back at Camp Nut Butter in the media area? Or are you going to finally come out with us peasants?
We're going to be in media, and that's actually kind of a question that's up in the air, because if you look on the map that was released earlier this year, Platinum Camping, that's where guest camping used to be. So we're not really sure if we're going to be moved somewhere else for guest camping, or if we're just getting like a slice next to Platinum, or we don't know.
They usually don't release the map until like almost a week before Bonnaroo. I think they don't decide a lot of specifics until it's pretty close to game time. It's going to be.
I know, but they don't put guest camping on the map either, because it's not really accessible.
Oh, there is a map for the backstage stuff. I've seen it before. It's kind of crazy, like the operation that they have behind the what stage and the which stage.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's my plan, because a lot of this is up in the air. We don't know where we're going, when we can come in, when we pick up wristbands. I'm just going to leave for Manchester probably Tuesday and go to the Walmart.
Are you going to party at the Walmart Monday night?
I'll party at the Walmart, maybe Monday night. Yeah, who knows? But I'll just stay there until we know. We'll probably know by then when we can get in. And then Ada has a car camping pass, extra one that she said I could use. Ooh. Maybe. So
you're set. You could come potentially park your bus next to our bus that one night.
Possibly, maybe, if I can get wristbands. We don't know.
I would really enjoy that. Tell me how it usually works for you guys. Like, so I know I joke saying you guys are backstage, but I know you said you're not really, but you kind of sort of are. You're in an area that GA doesn't really get to go to. So how does it work for you guys in the past? Do you go like pick up your wristband at the hotel and then come backstage? What do you do?
Yeah, there is a place to pick up the wristband at the hotel. In the past, I think that was done Wednesday morning, which I hope they move that to Tuesday now, since they're letting people in Tuesday. So, and And that's pretty nerve-wracking because you've got to stand in line with all the other people, and then when you get up there, you've got to show your license, and it has to match exactly. If if it's like a different name, or if it's like a abbreviation or anything, like if it doesn't match exactly, you don't know if you're getting your wristband. So
I think that's a process they're giving just you because you look like somebody that's trying to forge their way in.
Probably it happens every time I go through the TSA line too. So, but yeah, and then once we get that, and then I've already got the car camping pass for guest camping. There's a separate entrance for that. I've only done it once, and it's been a couple of years, so I don't know exactly where it is. And we don't know exactly where it is this time, if they're going to move it or what.
Interesting. In the past, you've got kind of like a nice shady area back there, right? Where Nut Butter is.
Oh yeah. I don't want to talk too much about it because
I know
people get mad. But
one year, like about 3 or 4 years ago, we were parked in an area in the GARV section next to the one tree that whole area has. We got some much coveted shade from the one tree that's out there. That's it. That's right. All.
Well, also Pod 2 has trees because it's right up there against Where in the Woods, and depending on where you get lined up, you could have some shade from trees.
There's some other areas where you kind of sort of can. There is a camp area that's on the other side of the Grove, where that barn is, where they had Nashville stuff in the past. You can get lucky, and if you get parked down there, you can get some good shade, but it's kind of in a low land. So if it rains a lot, like it did last year, you're screwed.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like we're getting a lot of rain this year. I think we're going to be fine.
I've been looking at it. I mean, you can't really know until you get about a week out, but the long range forecasts are starting to show up on like weather.com and some other places. And it's just typical June summer weather, chance of small thunderstorms, but hot and sunny the rest of the time. I mean, that's
hot and sunny. And you almost do hope for at least a little rain because it's going to help with the dust and the heat a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm a little closer to the farm than you are. Well, it might be about the same distance, like Huntsville or Ringgold. I don't know. But we got a big rain here about a week or so ago. So
we did too.
That would help with the dust. And I missed you, but you and I both were camping at Lindsay's farm at the mini roof site this past weekend. It seemed like it was nice there.
Oh, it was very nice. Yeah, it was weird because I left that Sunday, and then I think you guys got there Sunday, so we must have just missed each other.
I know. You sent us a text like, "Where are you guys?" And I'm like, "Dude, did you want me to leave Louisville at like 4 a.m.?" Like,
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure, like, because I had to leave. I was like, well, maybe they'll get here before we leave. I don't know.
No, I wish I could have called you. We'll catch you at room. But yeah, we had a good time. I took Brooklyn to a birthday brunch that Sunday morning. That's why we're down there.
It was her birthday.
Yeah. We should tell everybody about that. So like for the past 2 years, since we haven't had a real roux, we basically made our own at an undisclosed site in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee.
That's right. It's about 12 acres. It's beautiful. There's a creek, lots of room. Got hookups if you got an RV.
Kind of a cliff on one side too. I tried to climb it one time. I didn't succeed.
Yeah, I don't recommend
that. There's a spring. There's spring water that comes out of that cliff.
Yes, and so we also made because Ada was there, and at Shaky Knees we were drinking these basically mules that had Red Bull, like tropical Red Bull in it, and ginger ale.
What?
And
I missed
vodka.
That.
And well, they were serving at Shaky Knees, and we liked them so much we thought let's just get some ginger ale and vodka and stuff. We'll make them at the next camp out. So that's what we did.
Holy crap!
They called them Shaky Mules. We had those.
All right, I want to try some of those. Oh, so I don't know if you had this. I think you were there. One of the times we had a mini brew, Dave, who runs the Monkey Bar, who is going to be at Monroe the week after next, by the way. They have a giant neon Rufus that they've put together that they're going to have at the Monkey Bar. But anyways, he puts together a custom drink, 2 or 3 of them actually. So one of them is a liquid marijuana. A lot of people have had those.
I've had that one.
You've heard of the drink Sex on the Beach before, right?
Yes.
So one that he made. Yeah, you know where this is going.
I know, yeah.
He said, we're not fancy enough to have a Sex on the Beach drink here, but there is a creek. So he called it a hand job in the creek.
Yeah, I've had a hand job in the creek.
Yeah, it was a very good hand job in the creek.
It was great. 10 out of 10.
We had him on the podcast like a year and a half ago. He isn't going to be at Camp Reddery this year. He's going to do GA camping with his buddy Richard. I think you got to hang out with Richard the other day. He lives over.
Oh yeah, Richard was there. Yeah.
He lives over in Murfreesboro with Kyle. I hung out with him. Kyle Bonnaroo, had a good time cutting up with him.
Yeah, it was good to see Kyle.
Yeah. But everybody should go visit Dave at the Monkey Bar. Bring him a little something that you can contribute to the alcohol potluck up in there.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to kind of miss going to Mini Room now that we've got the big one finally back. It's fun having just about 50 to 100 friends at the small farm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the future is kind of unknown. We'll see if he wants to continue doing it or not.
There is another shindig in the making. I will tell you offline later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know about it, but
I think you do. Yeah. Well, Taco, I just wanted to catch up with you since you guys didn't have an episode. I didn't think there was any excuse for you not to, since we're just 2 weeks out. So I want to get something out with you guys.
I know it's prime episode time, prime listening. So
I know I'm used to listening to you guys while getting my afternoon jog. So I'm like, well, if you're not putting one out, I'm just going to make up my own to talk to you.
There we go. Yeah. Well, I will say, because it's kind of unknown where we'll be, or if, everybody says they want to come back and see us, but don't know if you'll be able to. But I'll be at the Walmart on Tuesday. Starting Tuesday, I'll be at the Manchester Walmart.
You'll also be at the Camp Reddery Beer Exchange too, right?
We will. We're planning on recording another episode there, so we will definitely be there for that. Hopefully we can get a ride.
I don't know if I told you, but I am planning something that's going to make a big racket over there. I can't.
I know. Yeah, I can't say either, but
but there will be mimosas. I'll pour you a mimosa.
All right, sounds good. Right. I'm gonna bring PBR to the beer exchange, but I think I'm gonna pick up some other local Chattanooga brews for sharing.
Bring some of that coffee PBR to trade. You gave me one of those. It's fantastic.
I don't know where to find it.
Do they not make it anymore?
I think they do, but I've never seen it for sale. I've only had it. It was gifted to me, and I don't really drink coffee, so.
Well, I thought it was great.
Okay, good.
I thought I was just going to try, and I ended up drinking the whole thing. It was fantastic.
I'll see if I see some, I'll grab some.
Please do. Do you have any requests for any beer from Huntsville?
Nope.
No. We got some good breweries here. Straight Ale is my favorite. We were just there last night.
Is that the one we went to?
Yeah, you went there with me. They have a Delta 8 seltzer. I brought a few of those to people at Bonnaroo. I might get a 4-pack and treat some friends.
Yeah, I think Mitchell tried one.
It does the trick, yeah.
It does the trick. Okay.
All right, man. Well, I just want to catch up with you for a little bit, get you guys something out this week. I will see you in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you here pretty soon. All right.
All right, dude. Take care.
Later.